Hey guys, in this month's top 5, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite robots. So let's get going. So this month, the theme, robots, artificial intelligence, however you want to think about it. As always, when it hits October, I like to try and do, something with a bit of a Halloween type feel for a lot of my videos throughout the month. So I thought robots might be good for the month of October to celebrate Halloween. I tell you what, guys, I'm starting to run out of like creatures and things for October themed top 5s because I've already done like vampires and witches and zombies. I gotta start getting creative. But yeah, this month, robots. My 5 favorite fictional robots. And you guys, if you're really deep and heavy into science fiction, my list may kind of suck to you because I'm not a particularly big science fiction reader, so yeah, my top 5 list might not be the best of top fives when it comes to robots and artificial intelligence, because yeah, I don't have that much experience with science fiction, so yeah, my list is kind of like, it's what I've read. But yeah, if you have a list of your top favorite robots, fictional robots, yeah, I definitely would love to hear your list for sure. So let's get going. At number 5, I have The Spy Flies from Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials series. I guess more specifically the very first book, The Golden Compass, because I think that's where they're primarily at. I don't think they ever pop up in the other books, do they? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, The Spy Flies. These are essentially what they sound like. They're bugs, mechanical bugs that can fly, and they can spy on people, report intelligence. So yeah, these spy flies, they pop up in the first book when our main character Lyra, she's on the run, and the evil Mrs. Coulter is trying to hunt down Lyra. So Mrs. Coulter, she sends out these spy flies to try and track down Lyra, and in return report back that intelligence. Hey, this is where Lyra is located. And if you've read the book, you know where that goes with the spy flies. Is it successful? Does it fail? I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, I've always really loved the idea of the spy flies. They are intelligent in their own way. They're very intelligent for little small mechanical things. They serve a really good value and purpose to the villains, not to our heroes, but to the villains anyway. And they're just a really neat idea. Something small, handy, is really functional. It can deliver. It's like this would be perfect in like our modern day world, our modern day technology. Spies, modern day spies would probably really love technology like this to go hunt people down. At number 4, the automatons from Cassandra Clare's Infernal Devices series. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I've been sitting here for the longest time trying to figure out how to pronounce automatons. Automatons, is that right? I keep getting myself really tongue-tied. Or simply you can just call them the Clockwork Robots to make it easier. But anyway, the Infernal Devices, it takes place in like a Victorian setting within the Shadowhunter universe that Cassandra Clare has set up. And since it is the Victorian era, this is perfect for like a steampunk feel, and I do love a good steampunk. So yeah, these Clockwork Robots, they're very steampunk influenced. They're just metal and parts, but they sure are deadly. They are very deadly robots, tracking down and killing some of our favorite characters in this series. And the big thing with the Clockwork Robots, the way that they are kind of given this artificial intelligence, if you will, not only are they kind of robotic and mechanical, but what's kind of given them life and intelligence is that demon spirits are like kind of put into them to animate them, essentially, and it's like a really weird and really creepy, which makes them very dangerous to the characters. And yeah, I love the idea of these clockwork robots. They're very deadly, very dangerous. They do injure and kill some of the beloved characters in the book. And yeah, the whole thing of that a demon spirit is what's animating them is just really cool. At number 3, Adam from Ian McEwan's Machines Like Me. Machines Like Me takes place in a alternative 1980s London, and in this alternative world, technology and computers and robots, they exist. The alternative 1980s is like far more advanced than like our present modern day society. And yeah, a big thing in this alternative 1980s, Alan Turing is alive, and Alan Turing is the one who has created these artificial intelligence robots and whatnot. And so yeah, it's not just Adam. Adam is one of the main characters. You have the robots, they come in pairs. You have an Adam and an Eve. You can purchase either one, essentially. And I like how that's kind of set up in the book, you know, the Adam robot for the men, the Eve robot for the women, you know. I like kind of the symbology of that, of Adam and Eve, essentially, with these robots. And yeah, one of the main characters is Adam. He is a robot. He's very highly intelligent, though. But yeah, as he is first brought into the story, he's almost like a very naive, innocent child. And even though he looks like a grown man, he looks very much human. Thing is, he is still kind of thrown into this world, and he has to learn. He has to learn feelings and emotions and how to talk to people. He has to learn, essentially. You know, we have the benefit of starting off as babies and growing, and we learn how to become human. But yeah, Adam, he's just dumped here, given life and intelligence, and he has to kind of learn on the spot. But yeah, he's very intelligent. He learns quickly. And yeah, is he more than human? Is he developing more feeling and emotion than what he should be having? Is he becoming much more human, perhaps even more human than the human characters around him? And I really like the Adam character. He's just very interesting. He could have that naive innocence to him, but then he can also have this really dangerous element to him, because he doesn't know his own strength on occasion, and he can hurt people. But yeah, I definitely recommend Machines Like Me if you like books about artificial intelligence and robots and whatnot, and if the 1980s setting sounds appealing to you. At number 2, I have Aiko from the world of the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Mayer. Aiko is an android, and if you don't know anything about the Lunar Chronicles are essentially sci-fi fairy tale retellings, and I love it. Aiko is, in the very first book when you meet Aiko is like a little boxy android. She practically looks like a toaster. I always kind of imagined her looking like a toaster on wheels, if you will. But yeah, she's like a little boxy android. She's the best friend to our main character, Cinder, who is kind of like the representation of Cinderella, if you will. And yeah, Cinder is actually like a cyborg. She's part human, part robot. And yeah, Cinder and Aiko have this really great friendship with one another, living in this futuristic world full of machines and technology. It's really great. And yeah, over the course of the series, Aiko does eventually get a humanoid body. She eventually looks like a human girl at some point later in the book. But yeah, Aiko is just one of the best characters in the series. She's really fun and lovable, brave, courageous, just kind of one of the perfect characters that you really love and admire. And yeah, she definitely had to make this list pretty high, because she's just really perfect to me. And at number 1, you guys, is Ada from the comic book, or the graphic novel series, Alex and Ada. Oh my god, Alex and Ada. If someone told me, hey, what's your favorite graphic novel, I'm probably going to tell you Alex and Ada. I freaking love Alex and Ada. The character of Ada. Well, let's start here. Let's start with Alex. Alex is a young human man. He has just recently broken up with his girlfriend, and his grandmother, thinking, hey, I want to try and cheer up my grandson. I'm going to purchase him this very, very expensive lady robot. And of course, he's kind of a little embarrassed by that. And the thing is, when he does get the robot, her name, and he calls her Ada, when he does get this robot, at first, he doesn't particularly want her, he doesn't know what to do with her, but he starts to realize, you know, she has human feelings. I can have deep and genuine conversation with her, and so of course a romance happens between Alex and Ada in the book, and I love the character of Ada. She looks like human, she sounds like human, and you do, over the course of the graphic novel, you think of her as being a human, and you kind of forget, oh, she's a robot, you know? So she becomes so much more, and you do this whole romance, you guys, this whole romance in this graphic novel, you feel for it, it gives you all sorts of feels, and you're rooting for them from start to finish, and it's one of the best graphic novels I've ever read, you guys. So you guys, that is it for my top 5 favorite fictional robots. Like I said, this might not be the best of lists, because I don't really have that much experience with science fiction, so this list is kind of all I was essentially able to come up with, unfortunately. So yeah, in the comments below, you guys, maybe you're more familiar with some really good artificial intelligence and some science fiction books that maybe I should go check out. So yeah, leave me your top 5 favorite robots down in the comment section below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.